So here we are. What are 10 good reasons why you should be releasing your own music? Starting number 1. Stormzy did it, and he's an international superstar with a #1 hit album. So he chose Ditto, and he was releasing on Ditto way before he got signed. So there used to be this kind of snobbery about not being signed to a label. The label had all the kind of cool and the cash. And when I was younger, this was the only way. If you weren't signed to a label, oh my God, it was like, you're not a real musician. And I really think that's changed. Billie Eilish started writing music on literally GarageBand, not even Logic. Essentially putting it out for free, like Lords, just putting her music on SoundCloud and then getting picked up by a label. So 2, this is actually the way you get picked up by a label now. You show that you're investing in your career, in your future, and that you can finish songs, release songs, and that you can kind of keep writing songs. 3, this means you're going to set up your own PRS and MCPS if you're in the UK, or ASCAP, and there's some other ones for kind of Europe that I occasionally use. When you work with anybody, the first thing you do is you put your splits, your writer's splits, your percentages, and you bank those in PRS. Once you start putting things out there, you have to set this in stone. I advise this really strongly, please don't get ripped off. So with DistroKid, you can set up your splits on the site with your band members or your producer, and everyone gets paid directly to their accounts. So no more bands splitting up because of royalty issues. 4, you'll be able to add yourself to Spotify playlists. If you're not releasing music, then how are you going to get on these cool tastemakers? It's funny, isn't it? It's like tastemakers are almost replacing A&R. They can literally push you stratospheric. 5, there's some incredible distributors out there I've discovered. So it seems to be TuneCore, CD Baby, Ditto, AWOL, Spin Up, and New Kid on the Block, DistroKid. So these all seem to offer different things depending on what kind of music you're into. So I thought I'd give you a rundown. AWOL, pretty kind of cool. You almost have to be on the guest list to get in. You have to be invited, or you have to submit your music, which is actually quite a clever little PR move, because it's a bit like the old label method, tastemakers, choosing whether you can be in their gang. Can be quite expensive, but has the perks of being a 30-day contract if that's what you wanted. For me, that's not enough. I want to keep releasing more and more music. Spin Up seems to be a lot of the dance music writers, some of the cool kids. It's linked with Universal. Supposedly there's a lot of A&R on there. Actively searching on that. So if you're feeling brave, this could be a good one for you, because you also get people to go to the site and check out your music. TuneCore, been around for a long time, seems to be a really stable option, quite expensive. Every year you have to pay per album. CD Baby, great, but a lot of people say it's for the oldies and when your grandma wants a CD. Actually, to correct myself, there's some countries that still release physical copies and CDs, like South America, parts of China, Indonesia. So if you're wanting to sell your music there, then obviously this will be a great choice for you. Ditto is the one that Stormzy used on, and Ditto and DistroKid for me were the 2 that really kind of got me thinking. Now I want to talk about the new kid on the block, DistroKid. So I've been talking to a lot of people and kind of researching what's going to be right for me to release this kind of chill out album, different to my usual style. And from what I'm hearing, one of the first things overwhelmingly is $19.99 for a year of music. So in my investigations, I kind of reached out with DistroKid, and I now have a very special almost 10% discount if you want to sign up for your yearly music releases, and you can release an unlimited amount of music. Now this is kind of crazy, but if you want to be noticed and you want to be out there, you need to keep releasing music. You can release as much music as you want, so you can release some live songs and think of some things as kind of B-sides, because I think although the album is dead, you know, there's still a bit of room within the single to do kind of even different remixes of your songs. 5, these are really, really good ways to kind of learn about the industry and the types of mixes that you have to deliver. So sometimes you need to have the charty radio edit, you need to have the extended dance mix if you're doing dance music, you can have the acoustic version, and you can release all of these. I love with this kind of one fee. 6, if you're doing music and you're putting clips and things on your Instagram and your TikTok, you can monetize that as well. So essentially you're doing the whole PR campaign anyway with your social media, but you're still putting your music out there, you should be making money. Get on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and monetize those as well. So you should have a combination of these. These can really develop your entire package. So, I mean, I really need to get on TikTok. And I've been hearing about all these kind of duets and collaborations and lyric videos. And this is another thing DistroKid will do for you, is create the lyric videos. So you've got your lyrics going in time to your music, and you can then use those clips as well to promote your song on other kind of formats and social media. 7, You're in control. I remember when I started out early in my career, it was like, wear this cute little dress and have your hair like this and do this sexy move. And I mean, I know that is all part of the whole pop industry, isn't it? I mean, now it's kind of sexier than ever, even I'm sometimes, oh my God, they're in leotard. You know, you maintain control over your image. Some of the best artists, Madonna, David Bowie, you know, they also had fashion and style, and they created this whole vibe. So I think this really gives you an opportunity to really think about branding and selling yourself without selling your soul, because you're the one who's selling yourself. So I think as well, for younger artists, this is really great to be able to give you insight into yourself as a product, because ultimately if you want to be a musician and make a living, you have to sell records. 8. So one of the really cool things about DistroKid is that you can actually set up your own label. So obviously for the $19.99 you can be kind of one artist, so I can release unlimited stuff. But if you wanted to get together with your friends and kind of start a movement, like the grime movement, Stormzy kind of success story, then you can actually create a label with up to 100 artists for I think $79.99. Now that's an incredible investment. Kind of in your future, you can also release under aliases then as well. You can have little secret pet projects like David Guetta and his Jack Back project, even though everyone kind of found out eventually who he was. But a lot of artists often release under completely different names, and I've certainly done this when I went through my weird EDM phase. 9. This helps you to finish your music. One of the hardest things when you're starting out is to say something is finished and it's ready. If you're going to release it and you're going to set release dates, and you can even build up the hype before you do it to make sure that you actually finish your work, this is another really good reason to self-release your music. 10. You get to keep 100% of your rights to your music. Don't be like me, where I lost a whole album's worth about 15 years ago, and I'd given away my masters and the rights to my music. Some of it even got recorded eventually by other artists. Yes, I got some of the money, but yes, I'm going to forget about that story. So yeah, I'm going to be releasing something really soon. So I'll be so glad to hear your feedback, any of your stories about releasing your own music.